What's up guys, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be doing a full bow build on my brand new Hoyt Ventum Pro. Alright, so some accessories that I'm going to be putting on the bow. These are the brand new America's Best bowstrings. I got them in the Platinum series and they're a flow yellow and black twist. I've got clear serving going over the cams with the cable and the string and black center serving. So these are really good strings. I've had them on my Hoyt RX5 all year and I've put them through some serious abuse and these things have held up just fine. I've never had to adjust for peep rotation or the bow coming out of tune. So been extremely happy with these strings and cables. I'm gonna be running them on both my Ventum Pro as well as my RX7 this year. But today's video is all about the Ventum Pro. So I've got the America's Best bowstrings for it. Got the Hoyt Ultra Rest MX Integrate. This is the drop away arrow rest that I'm going with. Got Hoyt Carbon Super Light Quick Detach Quiver. This is a 6 arrow quiver. We've got the Hoyt Pro Series stabilizers. These are carbon bars, 8 inches a piece. I'm gonna be doing a front and rear bar on this setup. Got the Hoyt sidebar mount. This is for the rear bar, and these are specially made for the Ventum series, the RX5 and the RX7. Also got a peep sight. This is a 3/16 peep. I've been running a 3/16 peep for years. I think it's a perfect combination of letting enough light in for a hunting situation as well as indoor archery, outdoor archery, 3D archery. I've just really enjoyed having a 3/16 peep in my setups. So I'm running with that again. And of course, we've got the brand new Hoyt Ventum Pro. Woo! How about that? That is a good looking piece of equipment right there. As you can tell, I got it in the buckskin riser and Realtree Edge limbs. I got this bow in a 70 to 80 pound limb, as well as the 25 to 28 inch mods for the HBX Pro Cam. So anyway, a few specifications on this bow. It is a 30 inch axle to axle, comes with a 6 inch brace height. Overall mass weight from factory is 4.5 pounds. Has an all new cam system, the HBX Pro Cam. It's an advanced cam over last year's system, which was the HBX. The ATA speed rating on this bow is 342 feet per second. And the available draw mods, like I say, I've got the 25 to 28 inch cam. So you can get a 25 to 28 inch cam and a 28.5 to 30 inch cam. The available limbs for this bow are a 30 to 40 pound limb, 40 to 50 pound limb, 50 to 60 pound limb, 55 to 65 pound limb, 60 to 70 pound limb, and 70 to 80 pounds, which is what I've got on this bow. So new for 2022, this bow's got quite a few changes on it. Starting from the top down, we've got the brand new HBX Pro Cam system. It's their smoothest and quietest cam to date, and it is packing all the speed and kinetic energy out of this bow. It's got a new shock pod system to help absorb the riser's vibration, help quiet things down as well. Got the brand new inline system. This is an integrated Picatinny mount right on the riser of the bow that goes right along with the integrated rest. We've got it notched out right on the back side of the riser for perfect alignment of your rest and your sight, so everything is sucked in tight to the bow. You can get your quiver tighter to the bow, which overall means a tighter platform and just a better balancing bow altogether. All new for 2022, we've got the Vital Point grip. Just holding this bow, I can already tell it's very high quality grip. I'm excited to shoot it a few times and see how I like it, but just right out of the box, I'm pretty impressed with that thing. It is a very comfortable grip just holding the bow, so I'm excited to get a few arrows through it. Got the short stop stabilizer system. This was on last year's bows, as well as the mount for the back bar. Again, that's where this little sucker comes into play. That gets mounted right there in that hole. And this hole right here is your permanent quiver attachment. as well as this hole up here. They've got some great new color schemes this year, along with, I mean, they just cleaned a few things up on the riser and made it, in my opinion, one of the most gorgeous bows to come out of Hoyt's factory. I've always liked Hoyt's aluminum risers, the way they design these things. Just the look, the feel, how they shoot has just been amazing. And yeah, like I say, I'm very excited to shoot this bow, get it all set up. All right, so let's get into building this thing. Nothing wrong with the strings and cables that come on this bow. I am just a fan of the America's Best Bowstrings Platinum series. I've put them through so much abuse on my other bows and they've never failed me. I've never had peep twist. And so anyway, I'm gonna slap those on this bow and get some custom colors in it as well. We've got, like I say, the flow yellow and black twist. So I think it's just gonna really make this bow pop with the buckskin. I'm gonna be running Whitetail Fit flow yellow wraps and veins as well. So yeah, I'm excited to get this thing set up. Let's throw it in the press and start getting to work. I'm gonna get these strings and cables popped off and swap them out with the brand new America's Best Bowstrings. Then I'm gonna take some measurements and get the rest set up and ultimately start tuning this bow. Got the strings and cables on it. Loving this combination. Flow yellow and black twist. So now we're gonna take some measurements and make sure that the cams are in sync, and then we're gonna make sure the cams are in time, and then we're gonna tie on a D-loop, put the rest on, pop a peep in this thing. We'll get to paper tuning it, and then I'm gonna bare shaft tune it later. So anyway, I got the strings and cables on. Next step. All right, now that I've got these new strings and cables set up on the bow, what I'm gonna do is America's Best Bowstrings sends you these paper clips on the new set of string and cables. That's to tell you, basically unhook the strings, put them on just as they were oriented on the clip. If you take them off the clip and unwind them a bunch or put a bunch of twists in them, you're gonna be dramatically out of tune right out of the box. So they've got the correct lengths for the factory strings and cables already set up, and that's why these paper clips are on those strings and cables. So when you take these off, don't unwind all your strings. Go ahead and put them on in the orientation that they were on these clips. And then I'm gonna take these clips and basically put them back on my factory set of string and cables as they came off. If I were to ever need these strings and cables again, they're already pretty dang close to in tune, and they haven't been really unwound a ton. So I'm just gonna do that, put them back on the factory set so that these are the way they need to be. All right, so next thing we're gonna do is check the timing, and what we're gonna do is measure from axle to axle on this bow. Now factory, it's a 30-inch axle to axle bow. So spec should be within 1/4 inch, basically at 29 and 7/8 inch. So we're within spec, happy with that. The timing is set, and now we're gonna tie a knock set and D-loop onto the string and then put it on the draw board and check the cam synchronization. I've adjusted the mods to my draw length, which is 27 inches. So now I'm just gonna hook it up to my draw board and check my cam synchronization. Bring it back to 27 inches. Should be right in there. Right on the draw stop on that side. And I'm a little bit off on the top cam. So I'll show you what I'm talking about. It's kind of hard to see from where it's at right here. But on the bottom cam, on this back control cable, I'm looking at the draw stop of where well, my draw stop hits on that control cable. You want it to come around and connect with that string at the exact same time. Right now, the bottom cam is connected, just barely touching, and the top cam is about 1/8 of an inch off from connecting. So the cams are out of sync just by a little bit. So I'm gonna put it back in the press and give a twist to one of these cables and bring it back into sync. All right, my top cam is slow, so I'm gonna take a full twist out of this top cable. All right, let's see what that did. We're right there, perfect. Came right out to 27 inches exactly, and the cams are synchronized perfectly. I'll show you what I'm looking at here. All right, so what we're talking about with cam synchronization, right on the cam here, we've got this draw stop, okay? That draw stop comes around and connects with the cable. That draw stop is identical to the draw stop on the bottom cam, and they both connect the cable in the same manner. So when this bow comes back, you want that draw stop to connect identical. So it doesn't connect faster than this one or slower than this one, vice versa. If that's out of synchronization, you've got one cam working harder than the other cam. So you want to make sure that both cams are in synchronization and working as they should. So now we're gonna bolt on the rest. Like I say, I've got the Hoyt Ultra Rest, and I'm gonna bolt this thing on. Nice thing about these rests is they're really easy to align due to this inline system that Hoyt's got. It's got a grooved notch on the back of the riser that this rest slides into just perfectly. So, all right, so now that I've got this brought through this control cable, I'm just gonna tie a knot. Then I'm gonna burn this knot off. So now I've got it tied into my control cable down here, and then I've just got it loose up through the rest. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna drop this rest down. I'm gonna pull the bow back, and this will pull that string through the rest and get me really close to where I need to be for my rests timing. So I'm gonna go ahead and draw the bow. Now that is gonna be really close to where I'm gonna want this rest. I'm just gonna tighten this down. All right, I'll bolt a sight on this thing and get things kind of at least halfway set with the peep sight, and I'll be able to paper tune it. I'm gonna bolt this sight on. I'm not entirely sure if this is the sight that I'm gonna run. This is Excel AccuTouch Carbon Pro. I think I'm gonna run a sight that comes straight off the Picatinny rail. This one is a full dovetail that goes along the side, and I think I might switch things up anyway. So, but I don't have any of the other sights with me right now. All right, like I say, I'm just gonna temporarily bolt on this sight. So I kind of have a reference point for where I want to set my peep sight. Okay, now I'm gonna measure. I want to see what the peak draw weight of this bow is. I forgot to measure that earlier. Then I'm gonna take this box that my bow came in. I'm gonna cut a hole in it big enough for a piece of printer paper to just go over it. I'm gonna cut a hole through both sides and then prop it up here and shoot my bow through it. See what our paper tune's doing. Now I've got a hole in the front just barely bigger than my sheet of paper, and a hole in the back a lot bigger so that the arrow can pass through freely. Something good to sit on. Oh my gosh, that works perfect. All right, we're all set up. First shot through the bow. See where the paper tune is at. We got a bullet hole right out of the gate. That is what I was hoping for. Let me show you here. That right there is what you want. Just a perfect paper tune. I'm gonna shoot one or two more through it, but that should be it. Like I say, I'm gonna try one or two more shots, and then I'll be tying in the peep sight and throwing the bars on it, and then I'll be bare shaft tuning it either tonight or tomorrow morning, depending on how much light I've got. But I'll bare shaft tune it out on the range, but I think we're about set up. Let's try one more. Peep alignment was perfect. Everything felt good. Let's see what the second one does. Another clean bullet hole. Let's check it out. Two perfect bullet holes out of the Ventum Pro. She's set up, she's dialed. We're ready to take it out on the range and just finalize with some bare shaft tuning. But I think that's it. Got her all set up. All right, got that back bar on it, looking good. Throw this front bar on. Like I say, with these stubby bars up front, I'm gonna be playing with position and weight, both with the stubbies and these 8-inch bars. Got that light back there going out. Turn this off. All right, there you go. Got the front and the back bar on. It is looking good. Like I say, I'll be playing with it and adjusting weights. I'll throw the quiver on once I've got all the rest of the arrows built. But yeah, that's it. It's all set up and ready, shooting bullet holes. Guys, as always, I appreciate you watching. If you have any questions about this bow build, please drop them in the comments below. I'll try to answer as many as I possibly can. And yeah, I think that's it. Please remember to hit that subscribe button, give this video a like, and we will catch you on the next one. Peace.